So I already had a gigantic prep to do when I got home, but I was at the gym and the song Changes came on and it's talking about the changes I'm going through. And David Bowie will always have the same theme. They always are congruent. They're always playing a character. So Ziggy Stardust, all of it is all representing the Antichrist. But it's a different faction of the Antichrist. Like it's a different label, a different story, a different path, if you will. So David Bowie's, changing to Ziggy's Stardust, or as he changed androgynously, which is the Baphomet in its essence, because Satan, the male fallen angel, shapeshifts into the goddess. And when I was listening to Changes and talking about when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh, that's definitely changing. Talking about a man going through a change when Satan's possessing your body, like in the movie Venom, when Bane, same congruency, same theme. From The Dark Knight Rises is entered. And we know Trump did the Bane speech to pass that baton and to give it that congruency. So I was flabbergasted. Now, the 333 of the length, don't forget my 1117 11 times 11 times 17 times 1959. 1117. Now, this is the cousin of my friend that died on May 8th. Same last names. Got the 333 right there, doesn't he? And the 66, book of the Bible. And remember, the triangular number of 666 is 36. When you add 1 plus 2 plus 3, all the way through plus 35 plus 36, the sum is 666. So it's all right there with the 1117. And this is not a reflection on that person. I'm completely tied in. Like my first address was 404, Book of Revelation. So, and the fusion of my birthday, 761, is the amount of verses. July 6, 1961, is the amount of verses in both end times gospels through 357, Daniel, 404, Revelation. So we saw the 333 there, and we saw the 333 with changes, and it had a recording date and a release date. Would you believe they both pop? One thing I didn't run, but it's already there, 1216. That's 121 fused with 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So let's get over there and do that date also, December 16th. I forgot to do that. 2021. And okay, we'll get to that later. But I want you to look at this. These two recording dates. B-side is called Andy Warhol, by the way. July 30th, 1971. Look at this. To Rising Day. 20,000, 11/7. 11/7. The Rising Bible verse on Rising Day. Changes. What a coincidence. Event 201 is fused in there with that. And my fallen friend's number 2 is separated by the 0, which puts it as 2. Yes, it could be a 21 and all that, but work with me here. My language. Now we're going to take over to the release date. 7 months, 18 days. Porsche 911, Porsche 718, the release of The Dark Knight, 718. Dark Knight Rises, 720, representing rising on the third day. Come on over here to Rising Day. The release date of The Dark Knight Rises, 720. Let me turn down the advertisement that's now started popping up with volume. Also look at Rising Day. 285 in the weeks. One World Trade Center represents rising from the fallen twins. 285 Fulton Street is the address, and there's 285 in the weeks. It's a perfect 285. Even got the 0 at the end. Folks, like listening to that song wasn't just like, wow, hearing that today, coming home and popping that in. Look at the views. The AI gives us the 58 from May 8th right there. So if we were to take a closer look, I love what I'm seeing. The 411 was when I saw Trump live, followed by the church in hope of being a member of when I saw him. And remember, when I saw Trump on 411 to the Rising Day, it's a perfect 138 days, Donald Trump and Simple Gematria. Anyway, let's get on with what I've already had queued up. Back to the Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody movie. 79 murder right there. 79 murder right there. 79 murder. Bohemian Rhapsody. 727 in the URL. You're watching this on your smart TV so you can see all the fine print. Film Bohemian Rhapsody. October 23rd, October 24th, November 2nd. 134 in the minutes, 34 is murder in reduction gematria. Look at the box office, 911 million. What are the chances of that? Murder, 79, and then the 911, and then the murder, 34, all coded. Let's look at the dates. Looks like we got all three pulled up. Let's go. 286 in the days. There's a lot more there, but they're on the personal cipher. The next date, 286 in the days. 68, 688 in the hours. There's a 686 right in the middle. 86 being 68. Remember, he is 68. This is name in the same cipher as Antichrist reverse reduction. We've been over that, what, 500 million times? Well, at least 70 plus, because this is video 70. I don't know, did I not pull up the other one? Or did I just get rid of it? Film Bohemian Rhapsody. I might have goofed and hit something I wanted to look at. I can't remember. It was November 3rd. November 2nd. I just want to make sure the year 2018. November 2nd, 2018. Maybe it was nothing. So maybe I didn't even have it pulled up. I thought I saw 3 dates. November 2nd. Yeah, it's perfect. So look at it on Rising Day. 285 in the days. What are the chances? And on Murder Day, 7 years, 9 months, 79 murder is in that also. It would just be 7 years, 9 months, 23 days instead to back it down. So it's all there, isn't it? Yes, it is. I gotta be careful of what I click, man. I just click off stuff. So, Avengers Doomsday. So that was the thumbnail on the previous video. It's a future tense movie. It hasn't come out yet. It doesn't come out until December 18th. But remember, it had the 237 in the thumbnail of the video of the trailer or whatever. So I used it as the thumbnail of part 69. But again, it doesn't come out until December 18th, 2026. Run that. December 18th, 2026, 2-hour Rising Day, 11-3 days. The opening of One World Trade Tower, 11-3, representing rising. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely impossible. And whoop, there it is. In the URL up here, there's your 357 representing the book of Daniel, 357 verses. 2 hours, 45 minutes to Mr. 45. Now, there was one thing I wanted to look at while I'm thinking about it. And I can do this in part 71, good Lord willing. Johnny Depp, Donald Trump movie. Johnny Depp played Donald Trump. Trump's Art of the Deal movie parody. Johnny Depp stars as Donald Trump in a satirical 2016 parody film. Donald Trump, remember, he's the pirate and Trump's the pirate. They're always incongruents. And yeah, Johnny Depp dressed up as Donald Trump. Looked a lot like him. Acted a lot like him. Could have been AI. Y'all don't know how good the AI is. They don't show you how good the AI is. AI is flawless. All your movies could be AI. They could have always been AI. Remember when Johnny Depp told David Letterman he didn't watch his movies? And Letterman said, why? And he goes, because it's him up there, as if that's not me. Everybody laughed. All right, let's look at this Art of the Deal movie. February 10th, 216, 6 times 6 times 6. 50 minutes representing Antichrist, 500 is Antichrist, 50. You can add a million zeros, all the same. February 10th, 2016. February 10th, 2016. There it is. 3849. 49, we showed you in the previous video, is Donald Trump in reduction gematria, and Antichrist is also 49 in reduction. The 68 and the 49 are double ciphers where Donald J. Trump matches Antichrist in reduction and reverse reduction, 49 and 68. And there it is, 3849. 38 is death in ordinal, 38 is murder in reverse reduction. Literally, it's saying death and murder to him, the Antichrist, on 825, the death day. What are the chances of that? 6 months, 15 days. That's the release of Batman Begins, Dark Knight, which means it goes 616, then 617 as a progression, and 617, the 113th prime number, 113 prime number is 617. That's why OJ, the White Horse Bronco, AEC, Antichrist, AC Callings, White Horse Bronco, all a fake stage. All of it was fake and staged. Hopefully you know that by now. Divide and Conquer. They did that on 617, representing rising. Look at the hours, 2:37 for our day 237 event. Whoa. Folks, that's cooking with grease right there. That is cooking with grease. By the way, that Art of the Deal, I just saw it when I clicked off of it. At the bottom, the box office or whatever, it was 250 million was either the budget or the box office. I think it was the box office. All right, over here. So we started going through Jack Ryan's movies. I don't think I brought any of them up. I don't have them prepped for us. That'll be future reference, good Lord willing. Wonder Woman. What's up with that? We definitely need to bring that up. I didn't run any of those either, but look, it ended on September 11th, 1979. 79 is murder. It began November 7th. Folks, 11/7, rising. September 11th was also really about rising. It's a double entendre, death and rising situation there. Look at also the February 16th, 216, 6 times 6 times 6, James Bond's car tag, and Trump twice rode the beast around the Daytona 500 on 216. About 5 years, 6 years apart due to leap years. They hit on the same day. I think it was 2020 and 2026 is when he did it. Yeah. On 2/16, Trump rode the beast twice. So February 16th is a very big deal. So Jack Ryan, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger. I've got all that stuff to do. What is this over here? Birthday of Pope Leo. Okay, September 14th, 1955. When I ran Pope Leo to the rising date, we do have 11-3 coded twice. I love that 3702. Oh, it's a perfect Eve. That's what it was. Look at the percent of a common year. 71,000.00% even. Folks, 710 is Eve. In the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical. Wow. So on Rising Day, you have 7-11 fused with 11-3. 70 years, 11 months, 13 days. You have 7-11. This all represents rising. Revelation 11:7. The beast rising from the pit. Wow. Yes. So Wonder Woman, we have a TV series. 451279. So you have 45 and 79 representing murder. The Wonder Woman release May 30th, June 2nd, and May 26th. I did bring them all up. Look at the 149 million. 149 is the Antichrist. We showed you that yesterday in reverse ordinal. And there's our 3 dates. So let's get going. This one's loaded. 3378. 11-3 is coded. 3378. Oh, if you include both dates, it turns into 79 murder. There you go. Okay. We are always allowed to include both dates. The next one is 3374. 37 is fused with 74. Those are the first 2 progressions of 37, the prime number for the church. The third progression is 111, which is why 37 divides evenly into 666, 999, 555, 777, every single one of them. 37 is prime number for the church. It's the 12th prime number. 12 is number for the church. And then lastly, 3371. Okay, it wasn't much. And this Wonder Woman, I didn't bring up. I need to prep it. I didn't have time. I do all this at night while I'm eating a little yogurt, eating an apple or something, is when I'm listening to Shaking My Head Productions, an AI site, or other various AI sites start telling us the truth about stuff, or at least give us ciphers. And they'll show a movie and I'll go, oh, I need to look at that movie. And so, yeah. So I will. Another Wonder Woman just popped in my head. So to wrap things up, Vincent van Gogh. I found this to be absolutely fascinating. If I'm not mistaken, they were both direct smash hits. His death and his birth and death. March 30th, 3/3, 1853. Died July 29th, 1890. I got both of them pulled up. Watch this. So when you include both dates of his birth to our event day, 6/3/3/3/6. There's that 36 and 33 again. If you don't include both dates, you get that in the middle date, which I like that for a palindrome because it's backwards and forwards, death and rising. So the middle day between the death and the rising, you have that 6/3/3/6. Same number backwards and forwards, swinging, but the pendulum back and forth between death and rising. So I love it. Either way. His death is a perfect 49,000 700 even. What are the chances of that? Look at the weeks. Remember me telling you Eve is 710 in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria? 710 0, 7100. Remember the 97th verse of Revelation is the opening of the seal. Remember me telling you the 49 is him with Antichrist. The 97th verse, the opening of the seal, I will tell you, represents the deadly wound, because the next verse is the white horse crowning, I believe represents rising. So it's a death and rising when we start to live in the book of Revelation in real time. Revelation 6:1, 6:2, Jesus opens the seal. And then white horse crowning, next verse, which is 6:2. And remember, 6:02 is Revelation in Strong's Concordance as a Holy Spirit coincidence. Transcendence. Well, we know who transcends. That would be Trump. And there's your 62 right there after the deadly wound. 2209 goes back to the Groundhog Day 2009 fusion. Transcendence, April 10th, April 18th. If I'm not mistaken, I pulled both up. And it's 4512 and 4520. I remember that from yesterday because that crushes on personal ciphers. But look at the months: 148, which is Donald J. Trump and Simple Gematria, followed by the 7, which is number for cleansing. Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. It's Donald J. Trump, followed by 7, the number for cleansing. 148 months, 7 days. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to cleanse the church. 45 followed by 12. 45 is his number, along with 12's number for the church. So it's all about him cleansing the church on that one. Followed by 45:20, 148:15. So the 148 is there either way. Mind-blowing, fascinating transcendence. So Trump is the orange man, right? They always talk about how Donald Trump is the orange man. I keyed in orange man in Simple Gematria, 88. What's the chances of that? Donald Trump is the orange man. Orange man is widely used cultural and internet slang term, heavily featured in memes and political discourse referencing Donald Trump. What are the chances of that? That it came to 88, which matches Trump in Simple Gematria. Part 70. Love you guys. Nobody's doing what we do.